What's up, guys? For those that know me, arms are my specialty, so I'm going to take you through one of my old school arm workouts, cables, free weights. The goal here is high volume, high reps, moderate weight, mind-muscle connection, making sure we're feeling the muscle use the weight, because if you're not going to get a good pump, you're not going to grow. So let's get started. Alright guys, here I am starting with biceps. So I stretch beforehand and I go over to the cables because the cables give me an incredible mind-muscle connection to start. So I really want to establish that base with my biceps before I continue to work. So I'm switching up the angles and I'm just going to pump up my biceps as much as possible. Kind of just warm them up. I'm using a really light weight, 20 pounds, so it's about 10 pounds each arm. Nothing crazy, but right now I'm just trying to get my brain in the muscle and make sure I'm ready to attack my biceps. So it just warms up your arm in general. Going into my first working set, I turn around, of course, and I notice my calves look good. So you guys admiring those calves or what? I'm gonna go, it's gonna be my first working set. I actually decide to stay with this cable machine for the first set to get a good pump. They're kind of like concentration curls. I'm pulling with my pinky and I'm coming up. I use a little momentum. None of my form is too strict, but you'll notice I'm not extending all the way down. So for a short bicep, guys, this is a great angle and it keeps constant tension on the muscle. And again, that's why I like cables. The constant tension is incredible. So I'm gonna pump up both sides, and every rep, my hand is on the outside of my bicep. So I'm not pulling in, I'm pulling up and out. And with this, it allows me to squeeze my pinky and get an incredible contraction. So I'm gonna do my reps here. It's kind of heavy. I'm working at about 45 pounds, but I'll switch it up and I'll finish with some of these just straight curls, just to put more blood into the biceps. I'm gonna go now and I'm gonna do alternating hammer curls. I don't do them coming straight up. I actually go across my body. I'm gonna hold the dumbbell a little higher in my hand because dumbbell placement, where you put your hands, it'll affect what muscle you're targeting. But I'm working the brachii here, so the top part of the forearm and the thickness of the overall bicep. I'm not gonna just isolate the bicep here. So right now I'm using 15-pound dumbbells and I'm just warming up, I'm getting a feel for the movement. You always wanna do warm-up sets to put your brain exactly where you wanna target the muscle. So when you're working, you know what's going on. So right now I'm just pumping up my arms, feeling the blood, and I'm just getting started. First working set of the hammer curls. I'm already pretty pumped up, as you can see, so it's time to reveal that motherfucking pump. Let everybody know what's up. I'm working with 35 pounds here, and I'm not really counting reps. I'm more of just shooting for pumping as much blood into the forearm. You'll see that top part of my forearm is getting pumped up, and the thickness of the bicep. I like to come across my body and squeeze at the top with my pinky. Remember, guys, the harder you squeeze the dumbbell with your grip, the more forearm you're going to incorporate. And on my arm days, I don't specifically target my bicep. I like to do my forearms, and then I'll do biceps on their own because my triceps always take over. They're just too genetically good. I'm not bragging, but I wish my biceps were like that. And then you'll notice on these last few reps, I'm kind of cheating and just coming straight up. I squeeze at the top, just trying to, finish strong, keep the intensity going. And of course, guys, posing between sets. I'm just kind of checking out the thickness of my arm and the shape, Just want those full round muscles coming through. I'll do another working set here. Still gonna come across and up. I don't come straight into my chest, I'm coming over. So I'm pulling up with my pinky, I'm gripping really hard, focusing on the form and that outer thickness of the bicep. Trying to keep my form strict, but it's pretty heavy weight for me. I don't usually use 35 pounds, so I swing a little bit, and that's okay, I believe, honestly, less strict form when you're trying to work that top part of the forearm, it works well. You want to keep that intensity up. So I'm going to finish strong here. Keep going, keep pushing blood in. And then I always like to switch to these at the end because I come all the way up and I feel at the top of my bicep. And then on the way down, I'm actually focusing on using the top of my forearm. So you'll see that the top of my forearms are getting absolutely pumped. And I'm going to do a drop set here. 15 pounds. Now notice my grip on the dumbbells. I adjust, I'm all the way at the top. All of the focus is on my brachii. Everything. is at the top part of that forearm. And I'm just gonna try to bust as many as possible out to keep that pump going. Squeeze at the top, swing a little bit. I always like to start with cables to warm up the muscles, so I did 2 bicep exercises. I'm gonna go into triceps. I believe these cable pushdowns are a staple in any tricep development. I come all the way up and I stretch just like that, and I squeeze at the bottom. You know, every rep you want to fully stretch all the way up, so you hit all the way at the top of that tricep and you come down with a hard press and a hard squeeze. It's very important. These are incredible for tricep development. And I'll actually superset these pushdowns with a kind of close grip push-up deal. So you'll notice all of the pressure is on my palms. And I'm stretching my full tricep, and I'm trying to squeeze at the top. You know, right now I'm pushing as much blood as possible into the muscle, so this is always a good way to do it between cables and a body weight exercise. Really pumps up the tris. Back again with another pushdown set. Ideally I'm shooting for about 10 to 15 reps. Notice I'm always coming all the way up. I feel that full tricep stretch and I'm squeezing at the bottom. There's no need to rush the movement. My brain is in the triceps right now. Every single thing I'm thinking about is just using that tricep to push the weight down. And the cable provides constant tension, so there's so much blood being pumped. And, you know, I'll try to do 6 to 8 really focused, but then I'll bust a ton out and get sloppy, you know. That's just to push more blood in. But as you can see here, arms are getting pretty pumped. I feel pretty good, and the session's going smooth so far. I go into easy bar reverse grip curls. So I'm actually on the wide grip part. And when I'm coming up, my thumbs are underneath and I'm pulling with the top of my forearm. You'll see it. That's really when I want to work. It does work bicep thickness, but this was more of like a thickness of the bicep region kind of workout. So it's the top of the forearm. Feels really good. Shooting for about 10 to 12 reps here. I want to squeeze at the top and try to do a slow negative. It really helps. You know, biceps and forearms in general respond extremely well to negatives. You have to really try to control the weight with that muscle. And of course, I'm busting a few more out here after some slow reps. Doing another set of these reverse grip curls, wide grip, thumbs underneath, and I'm pulling with the top part of my hand. So I'm not really like curling it, I'm trying to pull it upwards. Squeeze my forearm at the top. Squeeze that outer thickness of the bicep. Keep the negative slow, you know. I'm pumping as much blood as possible. It's a really great grip, you know, inside doesn't work well, but people want to know how to build thickness and that overall powerful look in the arms. Reverse grip curls are incredible. They should be a staple in anyone's routine, and a lot of people don't do them. And here I'm just checking out my pump. You know, arms are pretty full, peaks look pretty good, you know. It's just really good lighting though. I don't look that great, guys. I'm going into single arm overhead dumbbell extensions. And these really aren't that great on the elbows, I'll be honest, but I like them because I like that full stretch it gives. I'm dropping the dumbbell basically behind my neck. I'm not gonna fully extend, I'm keeping constant tension. However, if you have elbow problems, you know, I really would stay away from these and extension movements in general. I would stick to pressing, however. I notice extensions, they really build my triceps up and they give me a better pump than pressing. So I'll always do these. I'm trying to keep my form strict, and I'll never lock out, guys. I'm trying to keep constant tension on the muscle. It just amplifies the pump, and it allows you to feel the weight better. This is a great tricep finisher, so my arms are good. I kind of just want to do a 3 and 3 kind of deal, workout-wise. So these are the cable extensions, and they're incredible for finishing up the triceps. I really want to do 12 to 15 reps here. And, you know, I do have a little movement in my training, but I go with how my muscle feels. The form doesn't have to be 100% strict. You just want your brain in the muscle. So I'm going to bust out as much of these as possible. And you'll notice my triceps are just super pumped. Now, I know this angle isn't the most flattering. Sorry, guys. I'm a one-man show, so I really can't really trust anyone else to record me, and I don't really have anyone else, but you could even see on this side of my tricep, we are working that entire back part. Didn't really focus on the small head. I want to focus on the larger heads today because it's really triceps and a more forearm bicep thickness kind of workout. So I try to bust out these reps just for blood flow. And I'll go here. I did about 3 sets of these, 12 to 15 reps, pumping as much blood as possible, kind of as a finisher. You know, the reverse grip curls killed my biceps, and especially with that first workout I did, my biceps were kind of shot, so I wanted to finish strong with the triceps, and I always go to cables to finish the pump or start the pump, and then I'll go to free weights. So, you know, the reps are getting harder and my triceps are kind of shot at this point, but you gotta finish strong. I kind of look like I'm dying, but I'm not. Just can't handle the pump. And I just said goddamn, it's because goddamn, man, too much blood. It hurts, but it feels incredible. So another non-flattering angle, but you guys get the picture here. We're really just throwing our arms back, trying to squeeze the top of the movement and stretch. You know, there's really no better pump than cables with that constant tension. So, good workout. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my arm workout. I hope you learned something. More content coming like always. Please subscribe to this channel, comment, like, do what you gotta do. Old School Glory on Instagram, Michael Pane on Instagram, and oldschoolglory.com for the best